drawn from its vessel. Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
What up, Internet? I'm Young Guru, and welcome back to Demon Souls. In the last episode, we defeated Old King Doran. Or did we? Old King Doran. What am I talking about? King Allant the 12th. Or did we? We got us... what did we get? Where'd you go? Oh, it's gotta be all the way back on the first one. A false king demon soul sold the demon false king. Interesting. Here was his throne. It's been destroyed. I don't know if it got destroyed in the battle or if it's an automatic destruction after the fight. Things I don't know, but looking down, I think we are at the top of that creepy... No, we are inside of it, I do believe. You can kind of see the arch through the wall. This is a really cool entrance as well. Light shining in from hither and thither. But you can look upon the kingdom. If you go to hoist over, you can see the outer wall. No, we don't have our thing anymore. We can't really see the bridge from here with the red dragon, but he would have been watching as we stormed the gates. So let's go back to the Nexus. We'll finish off Mephistopheles. Kaboom goes the dynamite. Let's do a little bit of depositing. What do we got? Rune sword, you can go away. Rune shield, you can go away. Okay.
We are in.
Whatever you do, do not talk to the maiden in black. She will end your game for you. We're not ready for that yet. Mephi. I defeated Ariana.
Well, well. Very smooth work. Almost merciless. Here is your reward. Be thankful for it. Normally it would never find its way into your impure hands.
Talisman of Beasts. So another way to get that, other than killing Skirvir.
Don't look at me with that ravenous countenance of greed. There is more work for you. I want you to kill the witch Yuria. I will, of course, provide you with a reward of similar value. Excellent. I'm relying on you. What's wrong? I granted you as next. You will kill the witch Yuria.
Okay. Off to kill Yuria. Yuria is probably the most challenging. She becomes very aggressive very quickly. But I'm not worried. Things I'm not worried about. We strong, and if we die, we die. Whatever. Interesting, too. We have 177,000 souls. We got a bunch of them from killing the False King. You're basically locked into holding those souls for a while into New Game Plus. Before you can level up again. She should start with Firestorm. Yep. There's Firestorm, people. We'll fuck your day up. You see, none of these are super strong. They're not really well defended. But they have strong attacks. A ring of magical nature, 3-corned, hat, and old ragged rose. That's her set, old ragged. Drop you off. Oh, did you drop it? Talisman of Beasts, we don't need you. Hat. Dropped Ring of Magical Nature. Ah, increases soul memory capacity. That's a unique and helpful item. Mephi, who else do you want me to kill?
So, you've completed everything, hey? You're what they might call a miracle worker. Lastly, I must only kill you, and the secret of the soul shall be eternally safe.
Foe's Ring. All rings achieved. Where'd you go, Mephi? You don't hit that hard. I thought she would have hit a lot harder. You running off to, baby? Get fucked. I love how she throws the ring at you as she attacks you. That's at least my interpretation. You're a miracle worker. Now I gotta kill you. Fling! Gold Mask, Epee Rapier, Ring of the Accursed, and Parrying Dagger. I believe that might be the only way to get the Parry Dagger. Foe's Ring. Friend's Ring, a mysterious blue ring given by the Monumental, increases attack power as a phantom. Supports camaraderie. Foe's Ring makes a matching set. Mysterious red-black ring from Mephistopheles increases attack power as a black phantom. The mysterious ring supports treachery against others since its bearer raids warriors in other worlds and devours their souls. The Friend's Ring makes a matching set with this ring. So we didn't see it, but Mephistopheles can soul suck you as well. And she's a way that you can de-level your character, if that's the thing you want to do. You can de-level. You can also reallocate 1 point if you kill her after she de-levels you. You get all those souls back. So, little tricks.
You have destroyed all of the demons. You soon shall hear the call of the Old One. Then the Candle Maiden shall guide you below the Nexus, where the Old One awaits. She will lull the Old One back to slumber. That is, after all, her purpose. You have destroyed all of the... You soon shall... Then she will... That is...
What's your purpose, Monumental? Oh, wow. Thought I could actually kill you.
You have destroyed. She will lull the... That is...
Interesting. I thought he might get mad at me or something. Although no sword anymore. Dropped from the hands. Curious if there's any more items in the world. I don't think so. It's interesting when you think about the demon or the Old One needs souls. Who has the most souls in the realm? The Candle Maiden. I've given her all the souls that I've acquired. Maybe not all of them, but most of them. So I'm a very strong person. But all the souls that I had are with the Candle Maiden. It's kind of interesting. Parry Dagger. Epee. We'll keep the white bow. Bye-bye, Gold Mask. She didn't double up.
We are in debt.
Rings. Alright. Candle Maiden. It's time to go.
Hark, I hear voice of yore. The Old One is calling for thee. Let us proceed below to its lair.
have brought thee what thou wishest, thy new demon. Come now, be good.
Still in the Nexus. We got our Archstone here to return. I don't think there are any items out here. Look, we're in a giant desert. Ruins everywhere. Symbols of the Nexus abound. On the old one, there's the giant sword, pierced all the way down. In the water, on the old one, in the sand. I realize I want to pop back to the Nexus super quick. That's how I returned. Delightful. I wasn't sure if you hopped down or what. We have not looked at the final Archstones for any of these worlds, I think, so let's take a gander real quick. I don't think we looked at Dirty Colossus either. In a swamp infested by poisonous and vile creatures lies a filth-encrusted valley. The poor journey to this rotten place to offer their souls so that they might be freed from their suffering. Once a sixth saint, Astraea lived with those awaiting death in the Valley of Defilement. She's pledged herself to a demon's soul rather than a cruel god to ease the pain of the people there. See that? She's looking to do good, but became a demon in the process. Like a huge flying stingray, the Storm King is the embodiment of the thoughts of shadow men from hundreds of years ago. The thoughts of assholes pelting you with rods from the sky as you just try to move about the land. Latria. His revenge complete, the old man withered away, possessed by golden robes of insanity. Too weak to be a demon's vessel, his soul was eaten. Oh, here we go. An old man took revenge on the queen by locking her family in a prison with inhuman guards. All that escapes the place are the prisoner's cries. So who's the old man and why was he seeking revenge? It's an interesting thing. That's something I actually don't have a good answer for. The underground shrine was made to worship, as well as seal in the dragon god. The ancestors of the excavators revered it as a god and maintained it well. By feeding it sacrifices, perhaps? I don't know what a dragon god wants. The King's Tower, once a symbol of Boletaria, is now ridden with dragon claw marks, with only the old king watching all from his broken throne. Calmly watching all from the King's Tower, a demonic impostor stood as the old king Alat. The true king dwells with an ancient beast. Real quick, what's the... Come on. Huh. Something talks about the old king returning and everything going to shit. So the old king never returned. His demonic imposter is what returned along with the fat officials and whatnot. Or perhaps the fat officials came and convinced the real King Alat the 12th to go seek the old one. Who knows? Who could ever know? Another thing, let's take a look at some of these items as they progress through. See the shapes kind of change here. Lotuses are all the same. Interesting thing are the souls. There you go. Text doesn't change at all other than the name. But you got little faintness, and it just grows. It gets a little bigger, a little more muddled. That's the last legendary hero soul, and then you start getting Phalanx, Tower, Penetrator, False King, enormous. A small flame scale and large flame scale. Radiates a strong power, it radiates an intensely strong power. These two only give you souls, so killing the dragons. Moves to White World tendency, and that's about it. Swollen Demon, Hero Demon. Oh, Adjudicator, yeah. See Storm King, not too big of one. Not too bad. Wriggling Demon, Leechmonger. A lot of tiny things. And another huge and unique looking one, Pureblood Demon Soul from Maiden Astraea. Flame Lurker, the only red one. Dragon King. And then the Vanguard and Colourless Demon. It's kind of interesting to see how they progressed. When you look at, I think Bloodborne probably did it the best with all the different tiers of things just growing on each other. It was phenomenal. See little inklings of it, though, already in this game. Let's go talk to the Candle Maiden. And enter the unimaginable maw of the Old One.
Let us proceed below to its lair. Let us proceed below to its lair.
Okay, lady. Let's go in. Just a giant tree. It's the bed of chaos. Mark 0.
You have been chosen by the Old One. Shalt thou seek everlasting demon souls, or obey that naive monumental? Whatever your choice, you are our first visitor. May you be welcome here.
Interesting. We're being welcomed in. The king's not really afraid of us. Or is he giving us a false illusion that we're being welcomed in?
Surely you have seen for yourself the pain and suffering that fills this world. But fight poison with poisons. God is merciful. So created the Old One. The Old One will feed on our souls and put an end to our tragic realm of existence.
What? A grotesque looking thing holding Soulbrand in his claw? Flippy flopping everywhere. It'd be interesting if there was a way to do this without killing him. No, you can't go back there. I just really quickly had to check that. That would be some wild stuff. If you could. By this point, this is just a mere technicality. It's nearly impossible to die here. Slightly stronger to use the black turpentine.
Don't you understand? No one wishes to go on.
Soulbrand. Let's take a look at these two real quick. Demon Rending, Soul Rending Blade. It's about the same. It is a white blade that forms a matching set with Soulbrand. It is a black blade that forms a matching set with Demon Brand. After Erlant rose to the throne, it was always in the king's hand. Spurned the blade for the way its powers increased, the less demonic the wielder's soul became. Favored the blade for the way its power increased, the more demonic the wielder's soul became. As we look, 120 plus 120. 130 minus 130. Oh, so I must have shifted. Ah, that's bizarre. I would have thought... Oh, I don't have the intelligence for the magic. Okay. 130, 110, 120, 130. So Soulbrand is slightly stronger. But yeah, King Erlant found Soulbrand and then never let go of it. Isn't that what drove him to his demonicness? Here's the Candle Maiden. Do I walk here and then she shows up?
Thine work is done. Slayer of demons, go back above. The Nexus shall imprison thee no longer. I shall lull the old one back to slumber. The old one and I shall slumber interminably. That is the way it must be. Thou mayst go. Be gone to thine world. The old one and thou mayst go.
I'm sorry, lady. You gotta go. One shot, she's done. Well, that's cold-blooded.
The Old One sensed a new and powerful demon by its side. And before long, the world will be engulfed by the deep fog. Bring more souls.
There you have it. The conclusion of Demons' Souls. Oh, this is cool. The background images are different in this one. Feel the Candle Maiden go. You get all these images of the bosses that you fought. But this looks to be different. See the Candle Maiden staff earlier. Oh, wow. Very cool. I was not expecting that. So yeah, you, by doing this, you get the old demon's soul, I think. Which gives you like 200,000 souls every time you use it. If you save the Candle Maiden, you get her soul, the Maiden in Black soul, which can be used with Yuria to get the soul suck ability. So one-hit kill anybody it lands on. Very cool though. The second playthrough was phenomenal. Going for all the world tendency things that completely escaped me the first time through. I think I like the world tendency stuff. I think its implementation, though, is just so opaque as to be just like non-existent when you're playing this, unless you go through and go online. Because I don't even know how people discovered all that stuff. Maybe the instruction manuals gave a bit of a hint to it. I don't know. Never actually read those. But conceptually, I like the idea of the world tendency events. If you die in human form makes it, or body form makes the game easier. You have more HP. You have access to another ring, because you don't have to use the cling ring. But then if you die, you make the game harder. And then every time you defeat a boss, you go into body form. And then if you die after defeating the boss, you negate the white world tendency benefit of defeating the boss. So it has a way of balancing itself out towards neutral. And then when you're in soul form, you deal more damage. You have less health, but you're doing more damage, which is clever. And if you find, the one curious thing is, if you defeat bosses after boss after boss after boss to push to white world tendency, you get more healing items. But presumably, you're in white world tendency, you're more likely to be successful. You're not struggling as much with the game as if you're pushing to black tendency, you're continually failing while in body form. So it seems like you should be getting better healing in black world tendency than in white, but what are you gonna do? I do agree with item drops for rare upgrade materials being in black world tendency. You want it through the harder difficulty to get some sort of benefit there. But I think the whole world tendency thing is so complicated as to be. I wish it was implemented a little bit better. Other than that, I think the game's phenomenal. Red Eye Stone in the Beast Demon Souls. I don't know what the Red Eye Stone does. Maybe permanent invasion? No, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, love the game. The only mechanic I'd really get rid of, or would modify, would be world tendency. Make it a little more intuitive, a little more practical to use, and also usable while online would be phenomenal. I think the way it's implemented, where you have the server tendency online, kind of diminishes it. Other than that, phenomenal game. It's right up there with Dark Souls and Bloodborne for me as the top 3 best Souls, guaranteed. Well, with that, we'll end this entire series of Young Guru through the colorless black fog. I'm Young Guru. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.